Hey everybody, Stephen Lawson here with our very first episode of Fins and Scripts. Number 1, everybody, coming right at you. Basically, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be sharing with you 3 different tackle companies that send you lures in the mail each month by paid subscription. Right now, they're running a promo, so you get your first month $5 a piece, each of these companies, which is awesome because they're $15 a month normally. So I went ahead and took advantage of it. I took every single one of them, went ahead and signed up for the $5 a month. I've decided that I'm going to keep them for a little while, but you don't have to. They're no contract. You can quit when you want, which is great. But we're going to start off here with Tackle Grab. Basically, I'm not playing any favorites. I've got pros and cons with each one, but Tackle Grab was the first one to show up. I think it came on the 6th of January. So we're going to start off with that. With the first lure, it's a Strike Pro. It's a little jerk bait, 2-hook. Seems pretty small. Basically be for light action. Probably no more than 8-pound test. I wouldn't think I would use anything more than 8-pound test on it. The only con on this was not actually with this bait. It was, and I don't have the paper anymore, but Tackle Grab imaged a larger jerk bait with 3 hooks on it. So I had my hopes up for that, but that is basically the case with these companies is they do send you assorted things, so sometimes you don't get exactly what's pictured. My personal favorite in this collection was the River to Sea Spit and Waft frog here. If you can see, here's the bottom. It's actually black with these navy blue spots in it. What's interesting about this one is actually the lip here is not only a chugging frog, but it actually spits a little water out, if you can see those holes. Kind of put my finger behind it. There's a hole right there to actually make this frog spit. It's very easily collapsible. Plastic seems pretty durable, and the hooks I've already stuck myself with, so pretty sharp. Something interesting about this box was these are called Freedom Live Action Interchangeable Jigs. Basically, they have this really nice holographic head on here that kind of swivels like this here. The one that came with the pack had a skirt on it. There's also a little corkscrew in here. If I can get it out. There's a little corkscrew in there to hold on a trailer. Which brings me to our next lure. There's this little swim bait here. If you can see it. It's a beautiful color. I'm going to try to get the color into the camera best I can. It's basically like a lavender, smoky, black pepper shad color. Ooh, it looks great on the back. It's a little difficult to get on though. And then last but not least, Strike King. These are swim baits. This is called a key lime color. There's actually 5 of them in here. Which I believe is not a sample pack. I know Tackle Grab is kind of bad about sending sample packs, like the fish belly. That little trailer there actually got a good shot here of that purple color that's in there. This is a sample pack, I do believe. Like I said, I did lose the paper for Tackle Grab, but I gave $5 for the promo. There ended up being about $30 worth of lures here. So taking into account that a couple of them were sample packs, that basically be about $24. So you save about $9 and you get some new lures that you wouldn't normally use. Maybe you wouldn't go to the store and pick these out. So it's a good way to try out some new baits. They also sent me a sticker, which will probably go on my car. I don't know. I have a thing about stickers. They always wind up on my back windshield. If anybody around me has probably seen me driving around town. Got a bunch of fishing stickers on my car. My next box that came in the mail, like I said, I was just doing this because they came in the mail this way. This was Lucky Tackle box. And the first bait I'm going to show you is actually this wake bait right here. This is a very, very, very shallow running crankbait. It's basically completely top water. It's made by a company called Biovex. Very high quality. I really liked it. The only thing that I didn't like was, again, these companies send you assortments, so you don't always get what's pictured. I got a clear one, as you can see. Doesn't have any designs on it. Hopefully you could hear that rattle. It's got nice 2 big rattles in it. Seems very, very well weighted for casting. I'm going to get some use out of it. I'm going to be practicing with my airbrush. I might end up airbrushing this probably black and flame orange, just because. Next bait we got here was a Mismo pack of these crawl trailers. Hopefully you can see it. It's pretty dark. They're basically a crawdad imitation. These are about the most highly salted soft plastic trailers I've ever felt in my life. My hands are very oily right now just from touching that, which is great because the bass love it and they'll hold on longer. It's going to look great on the back of this football jig that they also included. Basically just your basic Arky style jig. I think they said that that goes for $3.50. I know I've seen them for about $3, so not too far off on that. The next thing was these dockside. Basically just your normal little shad jig. You can run that on a hook, you can drop shot it, put it on a jig head, put it behind a jig, put it behind a spinner bait, buzz bait. Basically anything you want to do with this. This looks like it's watermelon with some red flakes and a silver belly. So, not bad. And then I've got, lost it, Lake Fork tackle. You can see that. It's a neat little finesse worm. It's kind of small for what I usually use, but I'll find a use for it. It's got this very neat segmented tail. It's going to get some wicked good action. Probably be perfect for drop shot and smallies, believe it or not. And it's garlic salt flavored. It's kind of stinky, but like I said, the fish love it, so that's always good. And that was Lucky Tackle Box. Again, I paid $5 for the promo. All these companies have the promos, and it's super easy to find the codes for them. They tell you right on the website what your code for your promo is. But they said that this box valued at $26, which is cool about Lucky Tackle Box. They tell you right on there. They give you a rundown of all the baits. There's all the baits there and how much they cost. Lucky Tackle Box also does not send sample packs. So you get full packs of baits. And I really liked Lucky Tackle Box. They came about the 12th of this month. I think I got it on the 12th. And of course there is a few holidays in January, so that's going to vary. But they were pretty spot on. And lastly, mystery tackle box here. This was the last box I got. I actually just got it today, which it's the 20th. I know a lot of people were saying they got it sooner, but here goes nothing. I actually got this crankbait. I took it out of the package. This is a river to sea crankbait. It's shallow running, about 2 to 4 foot. Square bill. I guess Mr. Ish Monroe helped design it. This crankbait here, I'm really hoping I pick these colors up well. One of the most beautiful store-bought crankbaits I've ever seen in my life. And hopefully you can hear the rattles in it. It's a single knocker, which I personally haven't had very many of those, so I'm pretty excited to use it. It's also got, yeah, we got it, pink and orange on the bottom. Just an absolutely gorgeous bait. I'm looking really forward to using this one. However, don't want to snag it. But hey, that's life. You gotta find out where the fish are, so here goes nothing, right? This is a zero gravity jig. This is supposed to be an all-purpose jig, so you could swim it. You should be able to use it in brush just fine. It's got this neat little different style head on it than I've ever seen. It's more of a scoop bill. That should help it to where it's going to basically be able to be fished in brush and be able to be swam. So that's pretty interesting. That was different. And then I also have these Z-Man extra tough grubs. And I'm a big fan of grubs, especially when the fish are being finicky. I mostly like to use them for panfish, large bluegill, crappie, smallmouth, because I go creek fishing as well. Smallmouth, love them. But it had a neat little tail on it. I would almost call this a tornado tail. If I could get it to hold still. Super flexy. I think should displace a ton of water. Which is what the fish love. They got to be able to locate their food, you know. In my tackle grab, I also got these. They're called the Spot Remover Tackle Warehouse Jigs. They've got these little spines on them to hold on your bait. I'm kind of excited about those. It's kind of whatever to me. They're basically just another jig head, but it was nice that I got them. Then here, I'm actually pretty excited to use these. Hopefully you can see them pretty well. These are bruiser baits, crawdad trailers. You can use them just as a lure. Texas rig it, Carolina rig it, put it on a jig head. Mostly I usually use my crawdads to be trailed actually behind a, I call it a pig and jig, call it what you want, a skirted jig basically. I probably would not put this behind a bladed swim jig, although I've seen it done. I mostly think the bladed swim jigs, I personally stick to shad representations, but that's just me. The crawdad ones, I really like to use the bottom bouncing technique or the bottom crawling technique, you know, more like what a crawdad normally does. Pretty cool thing about this is, though, hopefully you can see this, maybe. The claws are pretty chunky. They're actually floating claws. So as this bait is sitting on the bottom, those claws should come up and kind of flutter in the water, just like an actual crawdad. And then this last one here that I've got is made by Backwater Tackle. I got another crawdad trailer. You can never have enough. The fish love to rip their little claws off. It looks like this one's claws should float as well. It's got these ridges on it. I'll show you that angle with the other one too. It seems like that angle works really well. These are actually scented and salted as well. Salted a little bit mostly. They got that garlicky scent to them. The bruiser baits do not have that scent to them. But there's those claws. Absolutely love that metallic flake in this. I'll probably use these until I run out. They gave me 4 of those. Just like Tackle Grab, Mystery Tackle Box does give you sample, normally gives you sample packs of the soft baits, sample packs of the hooks. Got a little magazine with this bearded dude on it. I don't know his name. And then I do still have my paper from Mystery Tackle Box. As you can see, there's that River to Sea crankbait. Absolutely gorgeous. And on here, they give you the prices. That says $4.29 for an 8-pack of those bruiser baits. So they gave me 4. So if you're trying to run tallies up on your lures, if you get this Mystery Tackle Box in the mail, you usually end up having to split this in half. Split that price in half. I ran the math up on it. I got somewhere around 30 bucks. And this one too, which is pretty much normal, you get about 26 to anywhere up around $40 for these lures that come in the mail. Pretty not bad for my $5. Honestly, I would not be unhappy with all 3 of these companies next month when I do the full $15. So I would just check it out if you're interested. I believe they are still running the promos. I've been seeing it on Facebook a lot. It's worth a shot. You can quit whenever you want. They're $15 a piece when you get done, so you can try 3 companies, quit the very next month, and then just keep one company if you'd like. I'm gonna wait it out for a little while, but thanks for tuning in.